Okay, I'm recording. I'm just putting up here in the background about it's an attorney and client kind of little thing here that most people don't know about. But anyway, okay, I'll let you go ahead and start and tell us your story. And if you want to tell everybody how long we've known each other, whatever, that's fine.
Okay, I met you about 2 years ago, almost. It's about 2 years ago. I think I left messages on to your YouTube. I saw your YouTube and how you were very enthused about learning the law, and actually you've been doing a great job of doing that. My experience is that I started out with debt collection. I had a video on debt collection agencies where a debt collector kept taking my money. And I just felt that there was something wrong with the issue because there was no evidence ever found to proving that I owed this debt to anybody. So, I did a little bit of research and also consulted with some people who had a lot of knowledge about law in that matter. And come to find out that I was right, the feeling that I got that something was wrong. So therefore, I confronted the debt collector in court, actually, and I asked them to produce the contract or any evidence before the court on what you give court the jurisdiction to hear this matter. To make a long story short, the attorney got nervous, and then he finally admitted on the record of the court case that the contract never existed. So that made me feel glad that I got him to admit on the record that a contract never existed, so then this whole thing was built on fraud.
Yeah.
That saved me my first initiation of the law, how it was being distorted. So therefore, I had another experience where I had a success in, which would happen actually a couple of days before Christmas of last year, '09, and an attorney wiped out my bank account. And as me, I looked into the case to see what documents did he file to the court to prove his case, which to come to find out that he, too, filed fraudulent documents to obtain money out of my bank account. So my first initiation is, okay, where's the contract? Because if somebody's suing you for a contract, there must be a contract at hand. And look, there was a contract. For a while, he had a contract. But when I looked at the bottom of the contract, the signatures was, he forged signatures. And no matter that, he spelled names wrong.
In other words, he was an idiot. If he committed fraud and couldn't even commit fraud.
He was an idiot, but the only thing is that he had the system working with him. He had the sheriff levy my bank account. I went to the bank and I asked him, okay, where's the judge's signature to allow this guy to levy my bank account?
Yep.
They told me, he would have that. So now the banks are allowing these attorneys to levy your bank account without a judge's signature. So then you in turn, you sue them too. Okay? So then I looked at the levy of the thing, and they typed the judge's signature. Where the judge was supposed to sign it, they typed it.
Wow.
So what I did was I took the sheriff's name, I took the bail bondsman's name, and I took the attorney name, and I typed up a federal criminal complaint.
There you go.
The fact of the events that happened, and then exhibited the documents that he filed with the court. So whatever document they file with the court, and if it's fraudulent, you take those documents and you exhibit it against them. Okay?
Right.
So the first thing attorney goes is when you say, you file a fraudulent claim, they go, what you can do is file an objection and see what the judge say.
Is that what that attorney told you?
Excuse me?
Is that what the attorney told you?
Yeah, that's exactly what he told me. And I knew that's what he was going to say. Because they know that takes time. You will have to go file an objection. Meanwhile, your bank account is still frozen now. Your bank account is still, all your assets is frozen. Okay? So he goes, you file an objection and see what the judge say, and then that'll take about a month, and your bank account will still be frozen. So most people will go, you know what, let me let them just have the money, because I don't want to go through all of that. Not me.
So what'd you tell this attorney?
So what I did was, okay, I gave him 30 minutes, okay? This is the funny part. I typed up the federal criminal complaint. I exhibited the documents that he filed to the court, The documents were forged and it was fraudulent, and I hit him with about 13 charges. I expected to the attorney that this is what I was going to file in 20 minutes, right? I counted on my finger. He called my phone. He goes, Miss Gibson, I'm going to close the case.
Yeah, I bet.
And I'm going to take your name off the case, and I'm closing the case.
And then,
no lie, within a day, all my money was back into the bank.
And then what happened?
So I told him, listen, I've still been duly damaged. You only did it because you got caught.
Yep.
You didn't put the money back because, you know, that you just felt you did something wrong. You got caught, you know?
Yep.
So he asked me, what are you prepared to do? I said, I'm still going to file the federal charges. I've been damaged. You know, it's 2 days before Christmas. The kids can't eat. You know, my bank account is frozen. He goes, how much do you want? He says, I have $10,000 today to give you.
And what'd you say when he said only $10,000?
Well, I told him, listen, I got to consult with my husband first because you used my husband's name, okay? My husband said, no, 20. My husband said he doesn't want me working anymore, so you got to get $20,000.
And what
I tell you, in 3 days I had $20,000.
There you go. So you told that attorney to jump, and he said how high, basically?
Yeah, exactly. He said high. Basically, you could, if anybody violates your civil rights, you could take everything they own, especially if he's a public official who knows better.
Oh, yeah. But most people don't know that. Most people don't know that, so they don't do that. That's why all this stuff is happening now, you know, because nobody's doing anything about it.
Well, no, a lot of people don't know because they see the word attorney and they get scared and they get shaken up. The thing about it is that the attorney reads none of these cases, okay?
I know that.
It's paralegal file everything,
Yeah.
all right? No matter how fraudulent it is, the attorneys never read these cases. They just hope that it goes through. You don't say anything because you don't know law, and you just back down. But the thing is I told the attorney, I said, you forgot what you signed to. The attorney always signs to everything on this is true and correct. And if anything is false, I am subject to punishment, right?
Yep.
So I read those words to him. I said, so now you're subject to punishment because this is fraud.
Yep. Yeah, exactly, and that's true. And so we have 8 minutes. We have like about 2 minutes left before, actually like about 1 minute and 30 seconds before I have to stop because it's going to be 10 minutes. But what do you have to say to those people out there that you know, want to fight and just, you know, they know something's wrong and they're willing to fight? What can you tell them as far as, you know, what they might have to do?
I told them, you know, sometimes you have to stay your ground. It takes a little bit while. I've been doing this for 2 years, and out of the 2 years, I've had 3 successes.
There you go.
With probably a bigger reward. So I tell people never give up, and there is remedy in the law. And the most things you do is make sure you file criminal charges against these attorneys and judges. You know, who's committing these criminal acts against you in the courtroom. Now, one quick thing I do have, I am suing a judge under Title 42, a municipal judge under Title 42 in the federal district court.
Yeah.
And I would gladly like to say that this judge hired an attorney.
Yeah, they need an attorney. We don't, but they do. That's the fun. That's what just, you know what, it kills me. Like, wow, these guys, they know so much law, and yet when it comes down to it and we sue them, they're the ones scrambling for attorneys, and then we just disqualify them anyways. But just for the rest of the people, though, can you tell everybody what state you're in so they know?
Say that again?
Can you tell people what state you're in?
I'm in New Jersey, the most corrupt state of the union.
Yes, well, one of the many. But I want to thank you for your time. I'm going to have to cut it short because it's already going to be the 10-minute, you know how YouTube does that. But I want to thank you once again for your time. And I'll be posting this on YouTube so everybody can see that, you know, it can be done. And we'll have the proof for them later on. I'll make a second video with the check that the attorney sent you. So I want to thank you for your time once again. I know you're busy, and I'm going to stop the video now, okay?
Okay.
Okay.